Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to English grade 6 video lessons. I'm your instructor Zahmid. I hope that you're doing well. My dear learners, today we are dealing with unit number 3 of grade 6 and the title is Captain Muhammad Sarwar Shaheed. This is our chapter or unit. You have read it thoroughly. Now let's do the competency of vocabulary, and this will be our lecture number 5B, and the topic is about homophones. Are you familiar with homophones? Let's get started by reading our students' learning outcome, and let's see that what are we going to learn today. The SLO is differentiate between homophones like weather or weather, seen, seen, heard or heard, hair, hair, they are, there and there. Now, my dear learners, we are going to deal with homophones. You have seen all these words that I read in front of you from the SLO. They sound the same but they have different spellings. Now such words are called homophones. They sound the same. They have different meanings but they are sounding the same. Now we are going to learn more about homophones so that you can easily identify and spot if you come across one. This is our students' learning outcome, and this is our vertical linkage of the SLO with the previous grade that you have already studied and you remember most of it. Now, let's talk about a very interesting brainstorming question. Here we have a question for you, so pay attention, and the question is, what do the words flower and flower have in common? Now, you have two words in front of you. They sound the same, right? And is this the difference that we are talking about? Do you have any other answer? Brainstorm and then come back quickly so that we can proceed with our lecture. Now, let's talk about homophones. Now, let's learn from your book, page 24, about homophones. Homophones are the words that sound the same. If somebody is saying these words in front of you, they sound the same, but they have different spellings and have different meanings. They sound the same, these words, which we call homophone, but they have different spellings and they have different meanings. For example, the word there and there. Now this is a pronoun and this is a direction that you are telling, here and there. So all these two words we know have different spellings and different meanings, but they are sounding the same. Is this sounding the same to you? Read it aloud and see that if they are sounding the same. The word honor and owner, they also sound same, but they have different spellings and different meanings, etc. There are so many words in English that are homophones, sounding the same with different spellings and different meanings. Now let's talk about homophones. Sometimes homophones can also be spelled the same way as the words. For example, the word rose, which is a noun, and the word rose, which is a verb. Now one is a noun and the other is a verb. They have different meanings. They sound the same, but there is an exception that these two are also spelled the same. So what did we learn about homophones? An exception is that they may have the same spellings. Now if they don't have same spellings, or if they have same spellings, all of them will be called homophones. Now let's look at an example. The sentence is, I sent the letter in the mail. And the second one is, I found 1 cent in my bag. Now sent and sent, they are sounding the same, having different spellings and different meanings, And these two are homophones. Now these two words have a relation. So homophones have a relation because they are sounding the same. Another example is dear and dear. They are two different words, different meanings. So can you use each of these words in your sentences? Dear and dear. Make sentences using these words. Now let's look at the example. You would say, he is a dear friend, and I saw a deer outside. Now this deer is an adjective, and this is an animal. This is an animal. They are used in different contexts, they have different meanings, but they sound the same, and it is very fun to find homophones in your lesson, in your text. Another example is road and road. These two are also homophones. Can you use each one in a sentence? We have so many different examples that are coming in front of you. Now, we rode in the car. This is a third form of the word ride. I drove on the road. The road, we are talking about this road, and this is a verb. One is a verb and one is a noun. So homophones can have different categories of parts of speech, but they will still be called homophones because of the similar sound. This is the relation that they share. And also one relation is about the similar spellings that homophones have. Here are more examples. Now you can clearly see that one is a one thing. Here a letter is something that you write and send, and this letter is the letters of the English language. Now so many examples are in front of you. One, they can be verb, noun, adjective, etc. They can be from any part of speech, but they are still considered as homophones. Now keep this in mind, my dear learners. You can go through all these examples, and there are so many different homophones, so many homophones in English language. It will be fun to locate them and to talk about them with your fellows and your teacher. Now here is a simulation video for your understanding about homophones. It's very fun. You can watch it later, right after the video lesson, on whenever you want to watch it. Now let's look at our classroom activity that we have. So this is from your book, page 24. Read the homophones and use them in your own distinguishing sentences. Use them in your sentences. Use whether and whether, both of them in your sentences, and complete this classroom activity. Now my dear learners, here we have a worksheet for you with multiple choice questions, and for your homework you have to use more pairs of homophones in your sentences. Also write their meanings. You can use internet or any other platform to search about homophones. You can also use a dictionary and your prior knowledge. Think about the words that sound similar to you and that also have same spellings. And this way you can easily find homophones in English language. Now here at the end, I would like to introduce some resources for you for your better understanding and your help. We have worksheet, question bank, a skill sheet, presentation, and finally a lesson plan. They are easily available and can be found in the description of the video. Thank you for learning and for listening and learning about homophones in English language. Homophones are words that have similar sounds and different spellings or same spellings and absolutely different meanings. Till the next video lesson, Allah Hafiz.